in the case of dual voltages. Our 202 and 408, our factory equipment is 220. So how do you make 220 become 480? Wiring method? The first step is to confirm the transformer. It is dual voltage case, 222 inputs and 408 input. Now we confirm that 21 volts. Terminal 21 corresponds to 0 volts. Terminal 22 corresponds to 220 volts. 23 corresponds to 480 volts. At this time, we can see the wiring. We are know 22, which corresponds to 220 volts. How do we change it to 408? At this time, leave the node 21 terminal unchanged. Terminal 22 connects to our terminal 23. At this time, the 408 transformers are formed.
Then move it back a little bit like this. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Now, when we change our 220 wiring to 480 volts, we first look at our fan contactor. There are a total of 9 lines under this fan contactor. 3 red lines, 3 blue lines, 3 yellow lines. So the first step for us to touch 480 volts. Let's first put the lower terminal here. There is a T1, T2, T3. Release all the incoming and outgoing lines under it first. Let's get this thread out first. First, sort out our yellow line and the line number of each color first. At this point, we can see that our blue line has V above it. V1, V2. Equally, we have W on the yellow line. W1, W2. We have U on our red line. U2, U1. You can see that we first find our 3 UVW lines. Alright. Then let's start picking up UVW now. We connect to T1, T2, T3 respectively. Connect our V to T2. Okay, let's put our W again. To T3. At this time, the UE and VE will help us. W. At this time, let's first find an empty terminal for U1 and U. First connect the UI and U2 terminals to our empty terminal. What is the empty terminal under what circumstances? That is, if there is no incoming line above, in the absence of the following. This is called the vacancy list. Okay, after picking up U1, U2, we're done taking V1, V2. Good to find V1 and V2. Okay, continue to connect to our empty terminal. Okay, find our W again. Second, continue to find the next empty terminal. Okay, so let's start checking it out now. Check if our wiring method is correct. The U way we said just now received our T. Yours is T1. RV is connected to T2. V is connected to T2. You can see that T2, W is connected to T3, and W is connected to T3. Okay, the rest of ours is as soon as you is connected to the empty terminal. Vacant terminals V1 and V2. V1 and V2 are connected to the vacancy terminal. W and WR connected to the vacancy terminal. Okay. At this time, the wiring method of our fan 480 is completed. We are now starting to connect the wires of the motor. First of all, let's remove the original 225 wires first. There is a signal on it. At this time, there is a signal on our motor. Let's remove all the motor cables first. We have 6 holes for the terminal blocks of the motor. There are 12 lines in total. Okay, let's eliminate these 12 lines first. Find the UVW line number first. Let's find UVW first. First, connect the first terminal of the first group of. Find the first terminal. Look at the main line. Take the first one. First, let's find the first terminal U. This is the first contactor. Find U first. UEV. We will pull out our 3 lines first. They're respectively connected to the first contactor U. Okay, the first terminal is connected to U. The second terminal is connected to V. The third terminal connects us. Please be sure to lock it tightly. Okay, let's confirm first that U1, V1, W1. Then the second terminal we connect now is UVW4. The second contactor finds UV well. At this point, we connect the second contactor. Find our terminal U4 first, V4, W4. Please pay attention to the position of our W4 at this time. For example, W1, then we can't accept W when we receive this order. At this time, we can only pick up U. You can receive U4 orders. The lines must be connected tightly. Okay, on our second order, we can pick up 4. Okay, we can pick up 4 for the second order. At this time, we can see that UVW and W are in. Okay, find our VV4 again. Take the third order. Okay, let's finish the remaining 6 lines. At this time, find our U3 and U2 first. We hook it up to our empty terminal and parallel it. Let our U2 and U2 terminals be connected in parallel. Alright, find our V. Again, V2 and V3 are connected in parallel at our terminals. Find our W again. W2 and W3 are connected in parallel on the empty 3 terminals. Okay, at this time, let's check the U you just received. U2 and U3 are connected in parallel. V2 in parallel with our V3. W3 is parallel to our W2. Okay, at this point, the remaining 6 lines have been completed. Then let's check again, review it.